Hello friends, this is Playing Through, a series of etudes based on motivic development. My name is Jim, hope you're all doing well. Big news, we're making Playing Through into a book, all 15 etudes and their practice material collected into one place for you to download and enjoy. As of this recording, that's not done yet, because I'm one guy. It will be, and then when it is, I'll put the link in the description and you can check that out. Today, we are looking at New Offer, which is based off of the tune Blue Bossa. New Offer is so named because if you say it in a Boston accent, it kind of sounds like Blue Bossa. They can all be winners. You can find the sheet music and the practice sheet below if you want to check it out. If you haven't already, watch the introduction video where I explain what exactly we're trying to do here and the goals that we have in place as we're working on these etudes. If you like this sort of content and you want to see more of it, interact with this in some way, leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you. So let's talk about this motif. First and foremost, we have some chromatic motion. How I'm thinking about this is an enclosure to beat 3 followed by a scale or a scale segment. If you're looking at the practice worksheet in C, G is our goal note, right? And the F is the scale tone below. We go to the goal note, a half step above that, a half step below that, to the goal note. I actually picked this motif off of a Hank Mobley transcription from If I Should Lose You. I changed it just a little bit to make it sequenceable, but it's a Hank Mobley line. Check out the practice sheet where I've sequenced it in C major as well as C melodic minor. And hopefully that'll kind of answer your questions in terms of how this line is functioning and working. The first spot I want to take a look at is measures 17 and 18, where we have just a crystal clear version of this motif being played in both of these measures. And sequenced through these 2 chord changes. Our goal note for the first measure is the 1 of the G7 bar, and then the goal note for measure 18 is actually the 9 or the 2 of the C minor 7 bar. And it lands really nicely on the G, the 5 of the C minor bar. So the next spot I want to talk about very briefly starts in measure 25 and goes to measure 28. If you've played a couple of these already, you probably know where this is going, where we're mixing and matching the 2 different sections of the motif. So we get the scale, scale, enclosure, scale, scale, enclosure. So it's that patchwork idea of like using the first half, second half, first half, second half sort of thing. I think it's a really nice line, and it moves us through to that concert D flat major in some really interesting ways. The last spot I want to talk about before I move into playing this is starting in measure 39 and moving to 42. This is a triplet sequence just based on the half step enclosure. Half step above, half step below, goal note. 3-note segment. We're playing it in triplets, but we're adding a 4th triplet. So it's 8th note triplet, quarter note triplet, right? And it creates this 4 over 3 over 4. Is that correct? Somebody correct me down in the comments. You can yell at me all you want, music theory people. 4 over 3 over 4. That's what I'm going with. 1, 2, 3. Just like a lot of the other pieces of advice that I give with these sorts of lines is find your landing points and aim for them, right? I think sometimes we get caught up in we almost like want to go with the flow of the hemiola and start thinking da-da-da, dee-dee-dee, da-da-da, dee-dee-dee. What we need to do is be able to hear and feel where those beats are against the hemiola. And if you're able to feel that, that line will make sense. It's a challenging line. It's a tricky one, and in part because I end it on an offbeat. Hopefully you have fun with that one and it gives you something to work on, something to fight with this one. One thing that I want to mention, this is a Latin vibe, a Latin feel. We end up articulating a little too much. See if you can keep this nice and smooth. Listen to my example and see if you can keep this, kind of articulations to a minimum, if you will, if that's where you want to start with it. Let's listen to this thing. Reminder to like and subscribe and do all the stuff. I appreciate you. Let's check out New Offer. Or New Offer. Okay, that's enough.